Hello, Star Wars Galaxy of Hero players. This is Anditesh Ordo. Today I'm going to be activating T3-M4. So we are now getting T3-M4 added to the game. And so we got another droid to show with. So let me go ahead and activate him, and then I'll talk about him. Oops, I skipped the star thing. Sorry about that. If anyone was interested. Also, Mobile Gamer did a video on how iOS players can get this just using a transfer it over to an Android device, your account, because now you're able to do that between iOS and Android. You can also, I'm going to throw out my favorites. You can also throw, what is it? Use a Android app like BlueStacks or Nox. I use Nox. He uses BlueStacks. Just my computer just wasn't running BlueStacks very well. The game was so slow. I used Nox and it runs so much better. So I think it just depends on the computer on what it can run. Well, and the proper settings. And I was trying to fix the settings. And I have an Alienware that I even record with, and it does not. I don't know. It was weird. So yeah, he has BlueStacks. I have Nox. It's whatever. But I have an Android device that I'm on. Currently, I'm recording on my phone right before I have to start work. So yeah. So T3-M4. I really like his kit. I have already covered his kit, so I don't need to cover much. Other than the fact I kind of wish his repair kit did less recovery, like maybe 35 on both, 35 to 40%, and then it was all droid allies. It would make perfect sense. It would make perfect sense, but if you really think about it, he only repaired targeted things. Whoa, not that. So I want to go in. No, I'm not going into Fleet Arena with a level 1 T3. That'd be dumb. I have to go all the way into squad management. I recently did a video on quality of life. Check it out. It was the last like 5 videos. Check it out. I talked about this and my quality of life, being able to access squad management on the main menu. It just makes sense. So over here, I have a goal. Territory War, Territory Battles, Sith Training Raid, or Sith Triumphant Raid gold teams. Yes, as you notice, I do have a cup holding raise spot down here. For Treya, I have, Ugnaught. No, I don't have them, so I got to throw something in it. So I have the gold teams set up. So these are kind of the gold teams I'm working with, like my Emperor Palpatine with Thrawn and Tarkin instead of Thrawn. I was originally, like the current Sith raid, I do Thrawn and Royal Guard and Stormtrooper. So, yeah. And then I moved Death Trooper over here. So, yeah, I just want to show that. But I want to go to a concept team that I was working with. See, one of these droid teams. I don't remember which one I was going to take it out. I think it was probably actually this one. I could throw, because my Phoenix, I hate that. That's why I want squad management. So I have my R2 BB-8 up here. So that's the Jedi Training Ray. Then I have Phoenix with Ahsoka's Fulcrum. Just because between Zeb, Kanan, and Sabine, there's a lot of buffs to be spread around to where Ahsoka Fulcrum can take them and boom, wipes some characters out. So and that would be a really crazy team to go against in Arena, especially since she doesn't get stunned or ability blocked or anything. She just cleanses it off. She's like, I don't need that kind of negative stuff on me. I don't need that negative stuff on me. I know there's this Yoda droid Yoda team. I will admit that's a team that needs Hermit Yoda. There's another spot for that. But one of these two teams I was going to throw T3 in. So there's a lot of teams that can work. So let's go over here and go droids really quickly. Okay, confirm. Droid teams that I can use droids. Let's go to droids so it's easier to do this. So, obviously, HK-47. A lot of people like the idea of a full droid team with BB-8, but there's one problem with one of his unique or special abilities. And I have it. The taunt effect. It's cool that he taunts, but for his kit, I don't want him to be taunting so he can die really quickly, because he's like fairly squishy. He's not like super squishy like Qui-Gon or IG-88 or Emperor Palpatine squishy. He's more in the middle between that and like Qui-Gon Jinn and like General Kenobi's health and protection and all that kind of stuff. But you don't also want him to be ability blocked. You don't want him to be like, I love the idea of his speed. Don't get me wrong. I love the speed up of the droids, but I hate that I accidentally did that. Because I don't want BB-8 taunting. BB-8 taunting is just stupid to me, in my opinion. He's not a tank. It doesn't make sense for him to do that. And then you'll never get his Illuminated Destiny off to make the team just run. But yeah, so if you want, you could use him. I'm actually not using him on that. I'm going to go T3. You can pretend that's maxed out. L3. Here's a team 4 you guys can work with. And Imperial Probe Droid. Check that out. Yeah. And so I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. There's a pretty good team right there. Yeah, you lose the early speed unless they rework. This is what I feel like what they should do with HK's leadership, if they ever rework him, because we have yet to see him reworked. But since iOS does not have full access to T3, I'm predicting that they'll release him next week. And that means we might even get an HK47 rework for next week. We'll see how that one works out. Let's go back to droids. I'm just throwing some concept teams. You definitely want IG-88 with T3-M4. I always like the tank. And so you could also, instead of running Imperial Probe Droid, you can run R2. R2 and T3-M4 together are phenomenal. Just because you got number crunch from R2, and then you've got T3-M4's ability. Or the Master Gearhead and the combat logic upgrade. It's kind of cool that they actually used names from KOTOR, because Master Gearhead was an ability that your characters can get to be able to, I think it was like use computer and slicing and stuff like that. And then combat logic upgrade was like just an upgrade for HK T3, unless that was actually one that was just for T3 only. Because I know in like KOTOR 2, there was just an upgrade for T3, so I wasn't sure on that. But yeah, those are some teams you can work with. Good luck with, it's just something to work with on the T3. So I just want to cover that really quickly. Other than that, I'm glad T3's out. We've been needing T3-M4. Oh, he's in my favorites, that's right. We've been needing T3-M4 in here. We got another astromech that looks so different, so iconic, and so classic. It's not even funny. And I like his design. Of course, I do like the R2-D2 makes more sense. I like how he's my highest. He's my highest out of, all of that. Because he's my most maxed out. But yeah, that versus this, he's just more mobile and stuff like that. Like, T3-M4 does not have any jetpack capabilities. Or even the T7 units that happen in Star Wars The Old Republic. They don't really have that jet capabilities. But R2-D2 does. So that's kind of nice. So, other than that, I know it was just kind of a random offshoot video, but I just wanted to talk a little bit about T3-M4. And I still, again, hope HK47 gets his rework, gets another special ability. Or instead of another special, give him another unique ability. And rework his leadership. HK47 needs some more damage. Or he can taunt. I don't care what he does, as long as he's really useful for droids. But his leadership, I feel like, just to make it on par with a lot of the characters, so you don't always have to use BB-8 in the spot, even though you could, that'd be kind of cool, is have it to where HK gives droids 15% turn meter. How cool would that be? We're already getting like Jedi to get up there. Let's get droids up there with that. And then it would give them a reason to actually rework Ugnaught and Jawas. And then maybe Ugnaught would work with Jawas. So, other than that, let me know what you guys think in the comments below about T3-M4. And again, thanks for watching. I really appreciate all those watching the videos I make. And you guys have a wonderful day.